There is a hidden force shaping your reality at every moment. It whispers in synchronicities, moves through every thought, and responds to your emotions with perfect precision. This audiobook will unveil the ancient truth. Your life is not happening to you. It is responding to you. The universe awaits your command. The Inner Force. Introduction. In the depths of existence flows an eternal current, a force so fundamental it predates all creation. This force, this cosmic energy, moves through every particle, every thought, and every moment of being. It is the essence that binds the stars, guides the seasons, and whispers through the chambers of your heart. You have felt its presence in moments of perfect alignment, when synchronicities appeared like breadcrumbs on your path, when desires manifested with unexpected ease, when the universe seemed to conspire in your favor. These were not mere coincidences, but glimpses of your natural state of power, brief revelations of what becomes possible when you align with the universal force. This energy responds to your inner state with unwavering precision. Each thought you harbor, each emotion you nurture, ripples through the fabric of reality. Your beliefs are not passive observations, but active commands to this cosmic force. When you understand this truth, you realize that your current circumstances are not random occurrences, but the materialized echoes of your past vibrations. The ancient masters knew this secret. They understood that the world is not a solid, unchangeable construct, but a fluid manifestation of energy responding to consciousness. This wisdom was not meant to remain hidden in temples or buried in forgotten texts. It lives within you, waiting to be remembered. You stand at the threshold of transformation. The power to shape reality is not a gift to be granted, but a birthright to be reclaimed. As you turn these pages, you will rediscover the art of energy manipulation, not through complex rituals or esoteric practices, but through the conscious direction of your own inner force. The universe awaits your awakening. It holds no judgment about your past unconscious creations. It simply responds, mirrors, and manifests according to the energy you choose to embody from this moment forward. Part 1. Awakening to Energy. Chapter 1. The Hidden Energy That Governs All Things. In a quiet town where gas lamps still lit the cobblestone streets, Walter, a master watchmaker, tended to his beloved timepieces. Each morning, he would wind them with practiced precision, his weathered hands moving with the certainty born from decades of devotion to his craft. Yet lately, something peculiar had begun to occur in his small shop. On days when his spirit soared, every clock kept perfect time, their rhythmic ticking creating a symphony of mechanical harmony. But when worry creased his brow or sadness weighted his heart, the timepieces would falter, losing precious minutes despite their immaculate mechanisms. One evening, as shadows lengthened across his workbench, a traveler entered his shop. The stranger's eyes held an ancient wisdom as he studied the wall of ticking clocks. "You see only the gears and springs," the traveler said, "but miss the truth that dances before your eyes. These instruments speak not just of time, but of the energy that flows through all things, through you." Walter scoffed, reaching for his tools to demonstrate the mechanical nature of his craft. But the traveler simply placed a hand upon the nearest clock, and its erratic ticking suddenly steadied into perfect rhythm. This simple truth now reveals itself to you, as it did to Walter. The physical world you perceive is but the surface of a deeper reality. Every object that surrounds you, the chair you sit upon, the walls that shelter you, even the air you breathe, pulses with invisible energy. This force flows through all creation, binding together the vast tapestry of existence. The ancients understood this fundamental law, encoding it in their most sacred texts. Yet in your modern world, such wisdom has been dismissed as mere superstition, buried beneath the weight of mechanical thinking. But the truth cannot be denied. It whispers in the quantum dance of atoms and sings in the vibration of galaxies. Your body is not merely flesh and bone, but a constellation of energy in constant motion, each cell pulsing with the rhythm of creation itself. Your thoughts and emotions are not abstract concepts, but powerful forces that ripple through the fabric of reality, shaping the very essence of your experience. Like Walter's timepieces, the world around you responds to the frequency of your being, resonating with the vibrations you emit in every moment. This sacred dance between consciousness and matter has been understood by mystics throughout the ages. They knew that your physical form is but a vessel for the infinite energy that flows through all things. Practice. The awakening of energy. Find a quiet space where you will remain undisturbed. Rest your hands upon your lap, palms facing upward. Close your eyes and draw your attention to the subtle sensations within your palms. At first you may feel nothing but the weight of your hands, but as you maintain gentle awareness, you will begin to notice a slight tingling, a subtle pulsing. This is the life force that flows through you. Gradually expand your awareness to your entire body, sensing this energy in your arms, chest, head, and feet. Then extend your attention beyond your physical form, feeling the invisible threads that connect you to everything around you. Simply observe this energy without trying to change it. In this state of pure awareness, you touch the very essence of creation. Chapter 2, Your Thoughts Are Energy, the Power of Frequency. In a dusty bookshop tucked away on a forgotten street, Eleanor discovered what the universe had long prepared for her. Among weathered volumes and forgotten tales lay a leather-bound journal, its pages filled with the deliberate handwriting of Elizabeth Blackwood, the celebrated novelist whose words had touched millions. Eleanor's trembling fingers traced the affirmations inscribed within. My words flow effortlessly. Success embraces me naturally. Abundance seeks me out. These were not mere phrases. They were keys to a hidden door, one that Elizabeth had used to transform her own destiny. You, like Eleanor, stand at the threshold of understanding a fundamental truth. Your thoughts are not confined to the fortress of your mind. They are living energy, radiating outward into the vast expanse of creation. Each thought you harbor sends ripples through the quantum field, attracting circumstances that mirror its frequency. Think of your mind as a broadcasting station, continuously transmitting signals into the universe. When you dwell in thoughts of lack, you tune your frequency to that very wavelength, drawing more experiences of scarcity. But when you align your thoughts with abundance and possibility, the universe responds in kind. Eleanor began to understand this principle as she incorporated Elizabeth's practice into her daily life. Where once she had thought, "No publisher will want my work," she now affirmed, "My stories find their perfect audience." When doubt whispered, "You'll never succeed," she countered with unwavering certainty, "Success flows to me naturally." The shift was subtle at first, a chance meeting with a literary agent, an unexpected invitation to a writer's workshop, a letter of encouragement from a respected editor. But as Eleanor maintained her new frequency, these coincidences multiplied. The universe, ever responsive to the energy she emitted, rearranged itself to match her elevated expectations. Practice. The frequency alignment ritual. Keep a small notebook with you throughout the day. When a thought arises, mark it with a simple symbol, a plus for positive frequencies, a minus for those that dim your light. At each hour, pause and notice your dominant frequency. When you catch a negative thought, immediately transmute it. Transform "I can't" into "I am capable." Shift "it's too difficult" into "solutions reveal themselves easily." Feel the energy of the new thought coursing through your being. This is not mere positive thinking, it is conscious frequency calibration. As you master this practice, you will witness, as Eleanor did, how swiftly reality aligns with your renewed vibration. Chapter 3: The Law of Vibration, Tuning into the Flow. In the dimly lit halls of the Blue Moon Jazz Club, James discovered a truth that would forever change his understanding of music and life itself. Each evening, as his fingers danced across the piano keys, he observed how certain melodies could lift spirits while others cast shadows across the room. You possess this same innate ability to sense vibrations, though you may not yet recognize it. Just as James noticed the subtle shifts in energy when he played, you too can attune yourself to the frequencies that surround and flow through you. One night, as James performed his usual set, he began to experiment. Rather than simply playing the notes on the page, he allowed himself to feel the collective energy of the room. When the audience carried heaviness, he gradually shifted the melody to match their frequency, then slowly, deliberately raised it higher. As if by magic, shoulders relaxed, smiles emerged, and the very air seemed to shimmer with renewed vitality. This revelation mirrors the ancient wisdom of manifestation. Your desires exist at specific frequencies. Wealth vibrates at one frequency, love at another, success at yet another. If you remain out of tune with these frequencies, your desires will seem forever out of reach. James learned that when his music aligned perfectly with the energy he wished to create, transformation was inevitable. The same principle applies to your own life. When you match the vibration of your desired reality, you become a magnet for its manifestation. Practice the resonance attunement. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and bring to mind something you deeply desire. Now, instead of merely thinking about it, allow yourself to feel it as if it were already yours. If it's abundance you seek, feel the deep security and freedom of financial wealth. If it's love, let your heart overflow with the warmth of deep connection. If it's success, embody the quiet confidence of someone who has already achieved their dreams. Breathe into this feeling. Let it fill every cell of your being. Notice how your body responds, perhaps with tingles of excitement or waves of peace. This is not imagination. It is you tuning yourself to the exact frequency of your desire. Maintain this resonance for several minutes, allowing yourself to become one with the energy of what you seek. Like James with his music, you are learning to play in perfect harmony with the universe's infinite possibilities. Chapter 4: The Mind as an Energy Transmitter. In the quiet hours before dawn, Margaret sat before the aging transmitter at WKBT radio, her fingers resting lightly on the controls. Night after night she noticed something peculiar. The station's broadcast range seemed to fluctuate with her state of mind. You, like Margaret, are constantly broadcasting signals into the vast field of infinite possibility. Your thoughts are not confined to the boundaries of your skull. They ripple outward, touching lives and shaping circumstances far beyond your immediate perception. One particular evening, as Margaret focused intently on reaching a small town beyond their usual range, something extraordinary occurred. Letters and calls began pouring in from listeners twice the normal distance away. The signal had inexplicably strengthened, though nothing in the physical equipment had changed. The universe operates much like Margaret's radio transmitter. Your thoughts are the signal, and your intention is the power source. When you maintain crystal clear focus on your desired outcome, you amplify the frequency of your broadcast. Just as radio waves travel invisibly through space to reach their receivers, your thoughts journey through the quantum field to attract their matching circumstances. Margaret's discovery mirrors an ancient truth that sages and mystics have long understood. Concentration amplifies manifestation. When she directed her complete attention toward extending the signal's reach, the universe responded in kind, demonstrating the profound connection between focused intention and physical reality. This same principle applies to every thought you hold, every intention you nurture, every dream you dare to envision. Like a lens focusing scattered light into a powerful beam, your concentrated attention transforms fleeting wishes into tangible outcomes. The universe stands ready to match your level of commitment, waiting only for the clarity of your focused desire. Practice the quantum broadcast. Sit in stillness and choose one clear intention, something you wish to manifest. Like tuning a radio to eliminate static, remove all competing thoughts. Focus solely on your chosen outcome. Now imagine your intention as a beam of light radiating from your mind into the universe. Feel the strength of this broadcast increasing as you maintain unwavering focus. Let your intention be as clear as a bell ringing in an empty valley. Hold this focused broadcast for several minutes, knowing that your thought signal is being received by the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all of creation. Just as Margaret's radio waves found their distant listeners, your intention is now traveling outward, setting in motion the circumstances of its fulfillment. Throughout your day, maintain the clarity of this broadcast. When doubts or contrary thoughts arise, gently tune them out, returning to the pure signal of your intention. The universe responds not to scattered static, but to clear, consistent frequencies. And Chapter 5, Emotions as Fuel, the Power Behind Manifestation. High above the clouds, where the air grows thin and the world below resembles a patchwork quilt, Frank guided his aircraft through the endless blue expanse. In his years of flight, he noticed a peculiar pattern, one that would unveil a fundamental truth about the nature of manifestation. You possess within you an emotional compass that guides the direction of your creations. Just as Frank discovered that his aircraft responded to the subtle shifts in his inner state, your reality mirrors the emotional frequencies you emit. When turbulence struck and fear gripped his heart, the aircraft seemed to fight against his control. Yet in moments of absolute serenity, when confidence flowed through his being, the machine moved as an extension of his will. This was no coincidence, but rather a demonstration of the universe's most basic law. Emotion is energy in motion. Your feelings are not passive experiences. They are active forces that shape the quantum field around you. Each emotion carries its own unique vibration, its own power to attract or repel circumstances. When you understand this, you hold the key to deliberate creation. Frank's revelation came during a particularly challenging flight through storm clouds. As panic began to rise, he remembered the words of his old flight instructor. "The plane knows when you're afraid." Consciously shifting his emotional state, he found his center, allowed confidence to fill his being, and watched in amazement as the aircraft steadied itself, finding a smooth path through the turbulence. Practice the emotional amplification method. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and bring to mind something that fills you with pure joy, a moment of triumph, an expression of love, a dream realized. Now, rather than simply remembering this feeling, actively amplify it. Feel it growing stronger in your chest, spreading through your entire being. Let it build like a wave gathering force. As this positive emotion intensifies, direct it toward your current intention. Feel your desire being energized by this emotional power, like a sail filled with strong wind. Hold this amplified state for several minutes, knowing that your emotional energy is charging your manifestation with vital force. This practice, when performed daily, will strengthen your ability to generate and maintain powerful positive emotions at will. Like Frank's mastery of his aircraft, you will learn to navigate the skies of manifestation with steady confidence, knowing that your emotional state is the wind beneath your wings of creation. Chapter 6. The Field of Infinite Possibilities. In a dimly lit university library, Harold, a quantum physicist, discovered an ancient leather-bound manuscript tucked between modern physics texts. Its pages, written in flowing script, spoke of truths that would shake the foundations of his scientific understanding. You stand at the threshold of infinite possibilities. Every choice, every potential outcome exists simultaneously in what modern science calls the quantum field. This field, known to the ancients as the realm of pure potential, holds every version of your life in perfect suspension, waiting for your conscious selection. Within this invisible matrix, you are not bound by linear time or physical limitations. Your current reality is merely one thread in an infinite tapestry of possibilities. Through your focus and energetic alignment, you draw forth the reality that matches your dominant vibration. Harold's discovery mirrored what quantum mechanics was just beginning to reveal: that the observer affects the observed, that consciousness shapes reality. The manuscript described what he had witnessed in his laboratory, particles existing in multiple states until observed, just as your potential realities exist until you select one through your focus. Think of reality as an infinite hall of mirrors, each reflection showing a different version of your life. The version you experience is the one you energetically resonate with. Your attention acts as a selector, bringing one possibility into sharp focus while the others remain as quantum potential. Within this cosmic reflection chamber, countless versions of yourself exist simultaneously, some living your deepest dreams, others walking different paths entirely. Like a tuning fork that resonates with its matching frequency, your consciousness naturally aligns with the reality that matches your dominant thoughts and beliefs. This is not mere metaphor, but the very mechanism through which the universe operates, a truth that mystics and quantum physicists alike have glimpsed through their respective lenses of understanding. Practice. Quantum reality selection. Sit in perfect stillness and close your eyes. Breathe deeply until your mind grows quiet. Now imagine before you stands an infinite corridor of doorways, each leading to a different version of your life. Walk slowly down this corridor, feeling the energy emanating from each doorway. Stop when you sense the reality that calls to your heart, the one that feels most aligned with your highest good. Stand before this doorway and observe every detail of the life it contains. See yourself living this reality. Feel the emotions it brings. Experience the sensations in your body. This is not mere imagination. You are tuning into a quantum possibility that already exists. Now step through the doorway. Feel yourself merging with this version of reality. Let every cell of your being resonate with this new frequency. Know that by holding this vibration, you draw this reality into your physical experience. Return to normal awareness, knowing that you have selected and aligned with your chosen reality. The quantum field has received your selection. Chapter 7. Breaking the Illusion of Separation. In a sunlit studio among ancient pines, Agnes stood before an imposing block of marble. For years she had approached her work with technical precision, seeing the stone as something to be conquered. Yet one morning, as sunlight filtered through dust motes, everything changed. You must understand that separation is an illusion maintained by limited perception. Every particle in existence vibrates in an eternal dance of connection. The stone that Agnes touched was not merely an object, it was energy temporarily held in solid form, responding to her own energetic field. As her awareness shifted, Agnes discovered that her sculptures emerged with greater ease when she ceased viewing herself as separate from her medium. The stone was not resistant. It simply reflected her own resistance. When she merged her consciousness with the marble, feeling its essence as an extension of herself, her chisel found its way as naturally as water flows downstream. This truth extends far beyond art. It touches every aspect of existence. The air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet, the thoughts in your mind, all are expressions of the same unified field of energy. What appears as division is merely different forms of the same essence, like waves rising from a single ocean. Agnes learned that her most magnificent works emerged not when she imposed her will upon the stone, but when she recognized herself within it. Through this understanding, she accessed a deeper wisdom. Creation flows through alignment, not force. Like a dancer moving in perfect harmony with their partner, she discovered that true mastery comes from joining with the natural rhythms of life, rather than struggling against them. When she surrendered her need to dominate the marble, she found that it held secrets waiting to be revealed through her hands. The stone itself became her teacher, showing her that the greatest achievements arise not from conquest but from communion. Practice unity awareness. Find a quiet space where you can remain undisturbed. Place your hands upon any object near you. Feel its texture, its temperature, its essence. Now, close your eyes and allow your awareness to expand beyond your skin. Breathe deeply and release the boundary between yourself and the object. Feel how the energy of your hands and the energy of the object begin to merge, becoming indistinguishable. There is no separation, only varying frequencies of the same universal energy. Extend this awareness outward. Feel the air around you, the space of the room, the earth beneath. Let your consciousness expand until you sense the interconnected web of energy that binds all existence. Rest in this awareness of unity, knowing that you are not separate from anything you wish to create or attract. You are one with it all. Chapter 8. The Observer Effect. Reality responds to you. In a sterile laboratory filled with precise instruments, Daniel noticed something peculiar. His quantum experiments yielded different results depending on his state of mind while conducting them. At first, he dismissed this as coincidence until the pattern became undeniable. You possess a power far greater than you realize. Your attention is not passive. It is a force that shapes the very fabric of reality. The ancients understood this truth, and now modern science confirms it. The act of observation fundamentally alters what is being observed. When Daniel approached his experiments with focused, positive attention, the particles behaved harmoniously. When his mind wandered or doubt crept in, chaos emerged in the results. This revelation transcends the confines of scientific laboratories. It manifests in every moment of your life. Think of your attention as a beam of light illuminating the infinite possibilities that exist in the quantum field. Whatever you focus upon grows stronger, more defined, more real. Those possibilities you ignore remain in shadow, unrealized. This is not metaphor, it is the fundamental nature of reality itself. Daniel's discovery mirrors an eternal truth. Your reality transforms according to where you place your attention. If you focus on lack, lack expands. If you focus on abundance, abundance grows. The universe responds not just to your thoughts, but to the quality and intensity of your attention. Just as Daniel's concentrated observation influenced quantum particles, your focused attention influences the events and circumstances of your life. Every moment presents a choice. Where will you direct this powerful force? Practice the observer effect. Begin with small, observable phenomena in your daily life. Choose 3 ordinary objects in your environment. For 5 minutes each day, give one object your complete, unwavering attention. Notice its details, its energy, its presence, and as you practice, expand your awareness to include how your attention affects the object's role in your life. Does it seem to function differently? Do you encounter it more frequently? Do seemingly coincidental events occur involving this object? Record your observations without judgment. You are not merely watching. You are participating in the dance of creation through the power of your attention. This simple practice reveals the profound truth that your focus shapes the very reality you experience. Remember, you are not separate from what you observe. Your attention is a creative force, continuously molding the unlimited potential of the universe into manifest form. In this sacred dance of consciousness, you become both the observer and the observed, weaving the threads of possibility into the tapestry of your reality. Each moment of focused awareness ripples through the cosmic fabric, transforming the formless into form through the divine power of your perception. Chapter 9. Unleashing the Power of Intention. In the bustling heart of a modern city, Susan stood before her small storefront, keys trembling in her hand, her savings depleted, her dreams hanging by a thread. Yet in that moment of uncertainty, she discovered a truth that would transform not just her business, but the very way reality responded to her desires. You must understand that intention is not mere wishful thinking. It is a focused command to the universe, a clear signal that cuts through the noise of possibility. When Susan learned to set her intentions with unwavering precision, the universe had no choice but to align with her vision. Each morning, before opening her shop, Susan would sit in silence, holding in her mind the exact revenue she intended to generate, the precise number of clients she would serve, the specific opportunities that would manifest. She did not hope, she knew. She did not wish, she commanded. The results defied conventional explanation. The right customers appeared at the right moments. Resources materialized when needed. Opportunities arose as if orchestrated by an invisible hand. Yet this was no miracle. It was the natural response of a universe attuned to clear intention. Your intentions are like coordinates in the vast field of potential. Vague desires yield vague results. Precise intentions create precise manifestations. When Susan shifted from "I want more customers" to 20 new clients will discover my business this week, reality reshaped itself to match her clarity. Practice the intention crystal. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your mind to settle into perfect clarity. Now, on a clean sheet of paper, write your intention in exact, specific terms. Not more abundance, but I will receive $5,000 through unexpected channels by the end of this month. Hold this intention in your mind like a perfect crystal, clear, sharp, defined. Feel its edges, its weight, its reality. Let no doubt cloud its surface, no fear dim its brilliance. For 5 minutes, become one with this intention, knowing it is already manifesting. Repeat this practice each morning and evening, keeping your intention crystal clear and unwavering. Let no shadows of doubt creep into your mind, for they will only cloud the purity of your purpose. As you maintain this sacred ritual, you will notice subtle shifts in your reality, synchronicities appearing like stepping stones on your path. Watch as the universe begins to align with your precise command, orchestrating events and opportunities that lead inexorably toward your desires' fulfillment. Trust in this process, with the certainty of one who knows that water must flow downhill, that spring must follow winter. Chapter 10. The Energy of Belief. Programming Reality. In the sterile confines of a research laboratory, Thomas observed a phenomenon that would unveil one of the universe's most powerful secrets. Through advanced brain imaging, he witnessed how thoughts literally reconstructed neural pathways, creating new bridges of possibility in the physical world. You stand at the threshold of understanding a fundamental truth. Your beliefs are not abstract concepts floating in your mind. They are living architecture within your brain. Each thought you hold shapes neural connections, forming the very structure through which you perceive and create reality. When you believe something is impossible, your brain builds walls. When you believe in infinite potential, it constructs bridges. These pathways become the channels through which the universe's energy flows, determining what manifests in your physical experience. Through his research, Thomas discovered that repeated thoughts created stronger neural connections, like well-worn paths in a forest. Your dominant beliefs become superhighways in your brain, automatically directing the flow of universal energy. This is why changing your reality requires more than surface-level affirmations. It demands a rewiring of these deep neural patterns. The power of this discovery lies in neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections at any age. You're not trapped by old beliefs. Every moment offers an opportunity to lay new neural pathways to create new channels for manifestation. Practice. Neural pathway realignment. Sit in a peaceful space and close your eyes. Identify a limiting belief that has held you back. Feel where this belief resides in your brain. Notice the familiar path it travels. Now imagine a new, empowering belief. See it as a beam of golden light, carving a new neural pathway. With each breath, strengthen this new connection. Feel the old pathway growing dim as the new one brightens. Repeat this visualization 3 times daily, knowing that each practice physically reshapes your brain structure. Your new belief isn't just a thought, it's becoming your biological reality, transforming how the universe responds to your energy. With every session, you strengthen these golden pathways of possibility, dissolving old patterns that no longer serve your highest good. The universe recognizes this internal shift and begins orchestrating circumstances to match your elevated consciousness. Like a garden tended with devotion, your mind blossoms with new potential, ready to manifest the abundance that has always been your divine birthright. Part 2. Mastering Energy Manipulation. Chapter 11. How to Shift Energy Instantly. In a humble forge at the edge of town, Henry stood before his anvil, watching the play of firelight on iron. For 40 years he had shaped metal with hammer and flame, yet only now was he beginning to understand the deeper mysteries of his craft. You see, the metal speaks to those who listen. It whispers secrets of the universe through its resistance and yielding. When Henry approached his work with frustration, the iron grew stubborn, refusing to take shape. But in moments of inner peace, the metal flowed like water beneath his hammer. This truth extends far beyond the forge. It touches every aspect of your existence. Your emotional state is not a prison. It is a fluid force that you can direct at will. Just as Henry learned to pause and center himself before striking the iron, you too possess the power to shift your energy in an instant. The universe responds not to what you want, but to what you are. When you remain trapped in states of lack, fear, or resistance, you forge these very qualities into your reality. Yet the moment you choose to shift your energy, to align with abundance, confidence, and flow, the world reshapes itself to match your new frequency. Like a mirror reflecting your inner state, the cosmos faithfully echoes back the vibration you emanate. This is not mere chance or coincidence, but rather an immutable law as constant as gravity itself. The ancient masters understood this profound truth. Your outer world will always harmonize with your inner landscape, for they are one and the same. When you grasp this fundamental principle, you hold the key to transforming not just your circumstances, but the very fabric of your existence. Practice the blacksmith's transmutation. Stand with your feet firmly planted on the ground. Feel the earth's stability beneath you. Breathe deeply, imagining you stand before an ancient forge. Raise your hands before you, palms facing each other. Feel the energy field between them. This is your current emotional state. If it feels heavy or resistant, acknowledge it without judgment. Now, inhale deeply through your nose, drawing in golden light. As you exhale through your mouth, make a sound like the hiss of hot metal in water. Feel your energy shifting, transforming. Move your hands in a circular motion, as if shaping invisible metal. With each movement, feel your energy becoming more fluid, more aligned with your desires. Finally, bring your hands to your heart, pressing them firmly against your chest. Feel the warmth of transformation spreading through your body. You have become the master of your own energy, capable of shifting states as easily as a blacksmith shapes iron. Practice this technique whenever you feel stuck in an unwanted emotional state. Like Henry at his forge, you will learn that energy yields to those who understand its nature. Chapter 12, The Power of Visualization, Seeing to Create. In the golden age of silent cinema, Evelyn stood before her mirror, her face a canvas of unspoken emotion. Without uttering a word, she could make audiences weep, laugh, or hold their breath in anticipation. Her secret lay not in rehearsed movements, but in the power of her inner vision. You possess this same ability to shape reality through the pictures you hold in your mind. The universe responds to mental images with the same certainty that a photograph develops in a darkroom. Each thought, each visualization, leaves an energetic imprint on the field of infinite possibility. Evelyn discovered this truth one evening as she prepared for a crucial scene. Instead of merely memorizing her movements, she began to live the moment in her mind. She saw every detail, the way light would fall across her face, the subtle shift of her expressions, the powerful emotions that would move through her being. When the cameras rolled, something extraordinary occurred. Her performance transcended mere acting. It became reality. The mind, you see, cannot distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one. Your brain produces the same neural patterns, releases the same chemicals, and generates the same energetic frequencies, whether you are living a moment or visualizing it with clarity. This is why athletes who mentally rehearse their performances show nearly identical muscle activation patterns to physical practice. Evelyn's breakthrough came when she realized that this principle extended beyond her art. She began to visualize her desired roles with the same intensity she brought to her scenes. In her mind's eye, she saw herself receiving standing ovations, reading glowing reviews, and being offered parts that stretched her talents. One by one, these visions materialized in her life, drawn by the magnetic power of her clear mental pictures. Practice the silent screen of your mind. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, allowing each exhale to carry you deeper into a state of relaxed awareness. Imagine a pristine silver screen before you. This is the canvas of your consciousness, where you will project the reality you wish to create. Make it as real as possible. See the subtle texture of the surface, the way light plays across it. Now begin to project your desire onto this screen. See yourself living your intended reality in vivid detail. Notice the colors, the sounds, the textures. Feel the emotions that accompany this experience. Let them flow through your body as if this moment is happening now. Add depth to your visualization by incorporating all your senses. What do you smell? What do you hear? How does your body feel in this moment of achievement? Hold this vision for several minutes, allowing it to become more real with each breath. Feel the energy of this reality merging with your present moment, knowing that what you see on your inner screen is already taking form in the quantum field. Chapter 13, The Art of Feeling It Before It Exists. In a small town during the darkest days of the Depression, a humble shopkeeper named Albert tended his store with unwavering faith. While other merchants counted their losses, Albert discovered a truth that would transform his understanding of abundance. And you too hold this power within you, the ability to transcend external circumstances through the mastery of your inner state. The universe responds not to what you think, but to what you feel deep within your being. Each morning, Albert would stand in his empty store and breathe in the sensation of success. He felt the weight of coins in his pocket, heard the cheerful ring of his cash register, and experienced the joy of serving satisfied customers, all before opening his doors. While others saw scarcity, he chose to embody abundance. At first, nothing seemed to change. But as Albert maintained his practice of feeling prosperous, subtle shifts began to occur. A customer who hadn't visited in months returned, then another. Soon his store hummed with activity while neighboring shops struggled. The secret lies in understanding that your emotions are not merely reactions to your environment. They are creative forces that shape it. When you generate the feeling of having what you desire, you emit a frequency that attracts its physical manifestation. This is why simply thinking positive thoughts is not enough. You must become an emotional match for your desires. Just as a tuning fork resonates with its exact frequency, your emotional state must vibrate in harmony with that which you wish to attract. Through the ages, the wisest among us have known this truth. It is not the thought alone, but the feeling behind it that holds the true power of creation. When you master the art of maintaining these elevated emotions, regardless of external circumstances, you become a magnet for the abundance you seek. Albert's revelation came when he realized that abundance was not a future state to yearn for, but a present energy to embody. He stopped hoping for prosperity and began living it in his heart, even when his ledger showed otherwise. The universe had no choice but to reflect back this inner reality. Practice. The feeling is the fortune. Settle into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. releasing all tension with each exhale. Begin to imagine your desired reality as if it exists now. If it's abundance you seek, feel the deep satisfaction of financial security. Let this feeling spread through your body. The relaxed shoulders of someone free from money worries, the easy smile of someone who knows all needs are met. Notice how your body responds to this feeling. Perhaps your chest expands, your breathing deepens, or a warm sensation flows through your limbs. These physical sensations are your body's way of tuning to the frequency of abundance. Now, amplify this feeling. If you desire love, feel the warmth of complete acceptance in your heart. If you seek success, experience the quiet confidence of achievement. Whatever you desire, create its emotional equivalent within you now. Carry this feeling with you throughout your day, returning to it whenever you can. Remember, the feeling is the fortune. Your emotions are the bridge between your dreams and their manifestation. Before we get into the next chapter, you can download a free ebook version of this audiobook using the link in the pinned comment below this video. Chapter 14. Aligning with the Quantum Field. In the dimly lit physics laboratory of a prestigious university, Professor Langley stood before his quantum measurement device, puzzled by an inexplicable phenomenon. The results of his experiments seemed to shift based on his expectations, not by small margins but in ways that defied conventional scientific understanding. You possess this same power to influence the quantum field. Within the infinite web of possibility, countless versions of your reality exist simultaneously. The version you experience is not random. It is drawn forth by your alignment with specific frequencies of being. Through meticulous observation, Professor Langley noticed that when he approached his experiments with certainty of a particular outcome, that outcome manifested with startling regularity. At first, he dismissed these results as coincidence or confirmation bias. Yet as he refined his methodology, the pattern became undeniable. Consciousness itself was interacting with the quantum field. This revelation mirrors an ancient truth. Reality is not fixed but fluid, responding to the frequency of your consciousness. Just as water takes the shape of its container, the quantum field shapes itself according to your dominant vibration. The implications of this understanding reach far beyond laboratory walls. When you align your energy with a specific version of reality, you begin to experience that reality. This is not metaphor but mechanism. The same principle that caused Professor Langley's quantum measurements to shift operates in every aspect of your life. Practice quantum reality alignment. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and take several deep breaths, allowing your awareness to settle into the present moment. Imagine before you stand infinite doorways, each leading to a different version of your reality. One of these doorways leads to the reality where everything you desire already exists. Feel yourself walking toward that doorway. As you approach, sense the energy emanating from it, the frequency of your fulfilled desires. Notice how this frequency feels in your body. Step through the doorway. You are now in the reality where your desires exist as your current experience. Feel the subtle shift in your energy as you align with this version of yourself. Take note of how this version of you moves, thinks, and feels. What is their natural state of being? How do they carry themselves? What thoughts flow through their mind? Spend several minutes fully embodying this state. Let it become familiar, comfortable, natural. When you open your eyes, maintain this frequency. You have not imagined a new reality. You have aligned with one that already exists. Chapter 15. Raising your vibration to match your desires. In a smoky jazz club on the outskirts of town, Dorothy stood before the microphone, her presence commanding attention even before she sang a single note. As the first melody flowed from her lips, something extraordinary began to unfold. The entire atmosphere of the room transformed. The universal force flows through all things, including sound. Each note carries a specific vibration that interacts with the energy field of those who hear it. Dorothy discovered this truth not through study but through pure observation of her audience night after night. When she performed songs filled with melancholy, the crowd's energy would visibly diminish. Their shoulders would slump, their eyes would grow distant. Yet when she chose pieces that resonated with joy and possibility, the entire room would seem to glow with renewed vitality. Through this experience, Dorothy unveiled one of the most powerful secrets of manifestation. Your vibrational state is contagious. Before each performance, she began a ritual of raising her own energy through gratitude and joy. The results were immediate and unmistakable. Her elevated state lifted everyone in her presence. This principle extends far beyond music. Every desire exists at a particular frequency. Abundance vibrates at a higher state than lack. Love resonates above fear, and success exists at a more refined frequency than failure. To manifest these higher states, you must first match their vibration. Dorothy's greatest discovery came when she learned to maintain her elevated state regardless of external circumstances. Even on nights when the crowd was sparse or the band was off-tempo, she held firm to her inner joy. Through sheer determination and unwavering faith, she refused to let outer conditions dictate her inner reality. Night after night, she practiced this spiritual alchemy until it became second nature. This consistent high vibration became a magnetic force, drawing larger audiences and greater opportunities. Like a beacon of light in the darkness, her sustained energy field began attracting not just casual listeners but devoted followers who sensed something transcendent in her performances. The universe, responding to her unwavering signal, orchestrated a symphony of synchronicities that expanded her reach far beyond what she had initially imagined possible. Practice vibrational ascension ritual. Begin each morning with movement. Let your body flow freely to music that uplifts your spirit. This physical engagement raises your frequency immediately. As you move, speak these words with feeling. I am pure, vibrant energy in motion. Every cell in my body resonates with joy. I choose to maintain the highest frequency of being. Success, abundance, and love flow naturally to me. Continue moving as you visualize golden light filling your body, raising your vibration higher and higher. Feel yourself becoming lighter, brighter, more energized. Complete this practice by standing still, arms raised, feeling the elevated energy coursing through you. Hold this state as you move through your day, knowing that your high frequency naturally attracts all that you desire. Chapter 16. The Science of Thought Waves and Reality Creation. In a dimly lit radio station, surrounded by humming equipment and glowing vacuum tubes, Gerald made a discovery that would forever change his understanding of reality. Night after night, as he fine-tuned his broadcasting equipment, he noticed something extraordinary. The clarity of transmission seemed to mirror his own mental state. Your thoughts operate much like radio waves, broadcasting continuously into the quantum field. Just as a radio signal must be clear and strong to reach its destination, your thoughts must be pure and focused to manifest effectively. Through careful observation, Gerald uncovered that moments of doubt created interference patterns identical to radio static. When his mind was clouded with uncertainty, the equipment responded with disruption and noise, but in moments of absolute clarity and conviction, the transmission became crystal clear. This revelation unveils a fundamental truth about manifestation. Your thoughts are not confined to your mind. They are energetic broadcasts that ripple through the fabric of reality. Every doubt, every conflicting belief creates static that weakens your manifestation signal. The universe responds not to your wishes, but to the strength and clarity of your energetic transmission. When you allow doubt to cloud your thoughts, you create interference that blocks your desires from materializing. But when you maintain unwavering clarity, your intentions cut through the noise of everyday life, reaching the quantum field with perfect precision. Practice. Mental signal clarification. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as a powerful broadcasting station. Begin by observing your current thought patterns. Notice any static, doubts, fears, or conflicting beliefs that might be interfering with your transmission. Don't resist these thoughts. Simply observe them as you would observe static on a radio. Now focus on your primary intention. Make it singular and clear. Remove all secondary thoughts, just as you would tune a radio to a single frequency. Breathe deeply, and with each exhale, release any mental static. Feel your thought signal becoming stronger, clearer, more focused. Visualize your intention as a pure beam of light, cutting through all interference. Hold this clear signal for several minutes, knowing that your refined thoughts are now broadcasting with perfect clarity into the quantum field. Complete this practice whenever you feel your manifestation signal weakening, knowing that with each session, your broadcast becomes stronger and clearer. Chapter 17. The Secret of Letting Go. Why Detachment is Power. In a weathered fishing boat rocking gently on morning waves, Franklin cast his line into the misty waters. Day after day, he noticed a peculiar pattern that would unveil one of the universe's most essential truths. You see, when Franklin gripped his rod with white knuckles, desperately willing the fish to bite, the waters remained still. His anxiety created a resistant energy that seemed to repel the very abundance he sought. Yet on days when he relaxed into the rhythm of the waves, trusting in nature's timing, his nets filled effortlessly. This principle extends far beyond fishing. It reveals the paradox of manifestation itself. The harder you strain to force your desires into being, the more they elude you. Your desperate energy creates resistance in the quantum field, blocking the natural flow of abundance. When you release your grip on outcomes, you align with the universe's natural current. This doesn't mean abandoning your desires. Rather, it means trusting in the perfect timing of manifestation. Like Franklin learning to feel the subtle movements of the tide, you must attune yourself to the flowing nature of energy. Your role is not to force manifestation, but to allow it. When you release resistance, you open channels through which abundance naturally flows. Think of yourself as a conductor of energy rather than its creator. The universe already holds everything you desire. Your task is simply to remove the barriers of doubt and desperation that block its arrival. Practice the river of allowance. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Breathe deeply, feeling tension leave your body with each exhale. Imagine yourself beside a flowing river. This is the river of universal energy. Notice what you've been desperately trying to control. Feel the tension in your grip as you attempt to force outcomes. Now, visualize placing each of these concerns into leaves that float on the river's surface. Watch as the river naturally carries these leaves downstream. With each breath, release your need to control their journey. Feel how liberation flows through you as you trust the current's wisdom. Place your hands palms up on your lap, symbolizing your willingness to receive. Feel the difference between grasping and allowing. Let this sensation of peaceful allowance fill your entire being. Remain in this state of receptive trust for several minutes, knowing that what is meant for you flows to you naturally when you release resistance. Chapter 18, The Energy of Gratitude, the Ultimate Magnetic Force. In a small apartment filled with unfinished canvases, Linda opened her worn leather journal each morning. Though her bank account was empty and galleries had rejected her work, she wrote 3 things she appreciated: the morning light on her easel, the smell of fresh paint, the quiet moments before dawn. This simple act, performed faithfully despite circumstances, held a power she would soon discover. You see, gratitude is not merely an emotion. It is a frequency that resonates with the abundant nature of the universe. When you genuinely appreciate what exists in your life, you align with the energy of receiving more. As Linda continued her practice, subtle shifts began occurring. A neighbor offered her unused art supplies. A cafe owner asked to display her paintings. A collector noticed her work. These were not coincidences, but manifestations of an activated appreciation frequency. The universe responds to genuine gratitude because it signals readiness for more. When you focus on lack, you transmit the frequency of not enough, which creates more experiences of scarcity. But when you cultivate sincere appreciation for what is, you broadcast the frequency of abundance, which naturally attracts more to appreciate. Linda's transformation came not from changing her external circumstances first, but from shifting her internal recognition of abundance. Even in moments of apparent emptiness, she found something to appreciate. This consistent practice created an energetic momentum that could not help but attract more blessings. Practice. The Gratitude Expansion Method. Begin by sitting in stillness with your eyes closed. Place your hand over your heart, connecting with its steady rhythm, your first point of gratitude. Now expand your awareness to 3 things in your immediate environment. Feel genuine appreciation for their presence, no matter how small they seem. Let this appreciation fill your entire being. Next, recall 3 experiences from your past that brought you joy. Feel the gratitude for these moments as if they're happening now. Notice how this raises your energetic frequency. Finally, project your gratitude into the future. Give thanks for 3 desires as if they've already manifested. Feel the fullness of appreciation for these future blessings. End by spending several minutes in the pure energy of gratitude, letting it radiate from your heart center. This vibration becomes your natural state, continuously attracting more reasons to be thankful. Perform this practice each morning and evening, allowing your capacity for appreciation to expand naturally. Watch as the universe responds by multiplying what you recognize and appreciate. Chapter 19. Transmuting Negative Energy into Creative Power. In the frenzied world of Wall Street, Vincent stood before his trading screens, watching his life savings evaporate. The market had turned against him, and waves of panic threatened to drown his last remnants of hope. Yet in this moment of despair, he stumbled upon one of the universe's most powerful secrets. You see, emotions are neither positive nor negative. They are pure energy in motion. When you resist them, they become destructive forces. But when you learn to harness their power, they transform into fuel for manifestation. The ancients understood this truth. Energy cannot be destroyed. only transformed. Your fears, your anger, your doubts, these are not your enemies. They are raw power waiting to be redirected toward your desires. As Vincent faced his losses, he discovered that fear carried an intense charge of energy. Instead of suppressing it, he learned to channel this force into unwavering focus. His anxiety about failure became the electricity that powered his strategic thinking. His anger at the market transformed into determination to master its patterns. This is the sacred art of emotional alchemy. When you feel fear rising, do not push it away. Instead, recognize it as concentrated energy seeking direction. Your task is not to eliminate these emotions, but to transmute them into the frequency of your intentions. Practice the energy transmutation ritual. Sit in solitude and bring to mind a situation that generates strong negative emotion. Feel this energy fully in your body. Notice where it concentrates, perhaps as tension in your chest or heat in your stomach. Place your hands over this area. Breathe deeply into the sensation. Rather than labeling it as negative, experience it as pure power. With each breath, imagine this energy becoming fluid, malleable. Now envision your desired outcome. As you hold this vision, direct the emotional energy toward it. Feel the fear transforming into determination, the anger into passion, the doubt into driving force. Continue breathing and directing this transmuted energy until you feel a shift in your body, a lightness, an opening, a sense of power rightly placed. This is not mere visualization. It is energetic reformation at the quantum level. Through this practice, you learn to use all emotional frequencies as catalysts for creation, leaving no power wasted in resistance. Chapter 20, Mind Over Matter, How to Override Physical Reality. In the pre-dawn darkness, Sean stood at the starting line of what many claimed was an impossible race. The distance alone would break most athletes, but something deeper called him forward. Through his journey, he unveiled a truth that transcends physical limitations. You possess within you an energy that defies conventional boundaries. Your body is not a machine bound by rigid laws. It is a field of possibility shaped by your deepest beliefs. What you accept as your limit becomes your prison. What you believe possible becomes your gateway. As Sean pushed through mile after mile, he discovered that exhaustion was not a physical state, but a threshold in consciousness. When his muscles screamed for rest, he learned to shift his awareness to the infinite energy flowing through him. His perceived limitations dissolved not through force, but through surrender to a greater power. This is the essence of mind over matter, not a battle of will, but an alignment with universal energy. Your body responds not to what you think is possible, but to what you know is possible at the deepest level of your being. Sean's breakthrough came not from training harder, but from releasing the mental constructs that defined his capabilities. In that release, he accessed a wellspring of energy that had always existed within him, waiting to be recognized. Practice the limitation dissolution. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and bring to mind a limitation you've accepted as truth. Feel its weight, its seeming solidity. Now breathe deeply and imagine this limitation as merely a thought form floating in the vast space of your consciousness. With each breath, watch it become less solid, more transparent. Focus your awareness on the infinite energy field that surrounds and permeates you. Feel its limitless nature. Allow this awareness to dissolve the artificial boundaries you've accepted. Visualize yourself moving beyond this limitation with ease, grace, and power. Feel the surge of energy as you break through the self-imposed barrier. Hold this sensation until it becomes more real than the limitation ever was. This practice reprograms your energy field, allowing you to access states of being previously thought impossible. Through consistent application, you'll discover that your true capabilities far exceed your mind's previous conception. Part 3, The Path to Limitless Creation. Chapter 21, Becoming an Energy Alchemist. In a dimly lit chamber filled with ancient manuscripts and curious instruments, Edwin watched his mentor with rapt attention. The old alchemist stood before a simple piece of lead, his eyes closed in deep concentration. As Edwin observed, the metal began to shimmer and transform, not through any physical manipulation, but through the pure force of focused intention. You too stand before the raw material of your life, waiting to be transformed. Like that piece of lead, your current circumstances are merely energy, waiting to be refined through the power of your consciousness. The process of energetic transformation follows immutable laws. Just as the alchemist must first purify his own thoughts before attempting transmutation, you must first clarify your mental state before reshaping your reality. Every thought you hold is either lead or gold in the laboratory of your mind. The ancient alchemists knew a secret that modern minds have forgotten. The observer and the observed are one. When Edwin's mentor transformed metal, he first had to transform himself. The external change was merely a reflection of an internal shift. Your thoughts in their raw state are like base metals. They carry potential, but remain unrealized until refined through conscious intention. Each limiting belief you hold is energy waiting to be transmuted into its highest form. Practice the alchemist's transmutation. Begin by identifying a single limiting belief that weighs heavily in your consciousness. Write it down, seeing it as raw energy in need of refinement. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Feel this belief as a dense vibration within you. Now imagine it dissolving into pure energy, freed from its current form. With each breath, refine this energy. See it becoming clearer, lighter, more refined. Feel it shifting from heaviness to brilliance. Now reshape this purified energy into a new, empowering belief. Hold it steady in your mind until it begins to feel more real than the original limitation. Repeat this process daily, watching how the energy of your thought becomes increasingly refined until what was once lead truly becomes gold in your experience. This is the true art of spiritual alchemy, not the manipulation of physical matter, but the conscious transformation of energy through focused intention. Chapter 22. The energy of the present moment, the now is all there is. In a small workshop lined with ticking clocks, Samuel hunched over his workbench, his magnifying glass fixed upon the intricate gears of a pocket watch. Each tick seemed to mock him, marking another moment lost to imperfection. The rhythmic sound of dozens of timepieces filled the air, yet none moved in perfect synchronization. You, like Samuel, may find yourself caught in time's relentless march, always racing against its steady flow. Yet within this eternal dance lies a profound truth. Time is not your master, but your companion in creation. One morning, as Samuel polished the crystal of an antique chronometer, an elderly man entered his shop. Rather than presenting a watch for repair, the stranger simply stood, observing the clockmaker's frantic movements with knowing eyes. "Why do you chase what cannot be caught?" the stranger asked. The question pierced Samuel's concentration. For the first time in years, he lifted his eyes from his work and truly saw the present moment. In that instant, something shifted. The ticking of the clock seemed to slow, then merge into a single harmonious pulse. This moment holds a truth you must understand. Creation does not occur in the fragments of time you scatter to the past and future. It manifests in the eternal now, where all potential exists simultaneously. As Samuel learned to rest his awareness in the present, his work transformed. Watches that once resisted repair now yielded easily to his touch. Time itself seemed to bend around his newfound presence, expanding or contracting according to his state of being. The power you seek lies not in managing time, but in embracing the timeless nature of now. When you release your grip on what was and what might be, you enter the realm of pure creation. Practice the eternal now. Sit quietly and observe the ticking of a clock or the gentle rhythm of your breath. Feel how each moment flows into the next. Now gradually shift your awareness from the marking of time to the spacious presence that contains it. Let your consciousness expand beyond the boundaries of past and future. Feel the weight of accumulated memories and future concerns. One by one, allow them to dissolve into the vast ocean of now. Rest in this timeless awareness, recognizing it as the source of all manifestation. From this space, notice how time becomes fluid, no longer a barrier, but a canvas for creation. When thoughts of past or future arise, gently return to the eternal present. Here, in this moment, lies all the power you will ever need. Chapter 23. How to manifest effortlessly with pure energy. In a dimly lit studio, Ruth stood before an untouched block of marble, her chisel trembling in her hand. For weeks, she had approached the stone with determination, attempting to force her vision into being. Yet each strike felt hollow, each cut misaligned with the masterpiece she knew lay within. You too may recognize this struggle, the tension between what you wish to create and your attempt to control its emergence. Like Ruth, you might find yourself straining against the natural flow of manifestation, believing that more effort equals greater results. As dawn broke through the studio windows one morning, Ruth lowered her tools. In that moment of surrender, something extraordinary occurred. The marble before her seemed to pulse with life, revealing whispers of form beneath its surface. Her hands moved of their own accord, guided by an intelligence beyond conscious thought. This is the secret that masters of manifestation have known through the ages. True power lies not in forcing reality to bend to your will, but in allowing yourself to become a clear channel for creation. As Ruth's chisel danced across the stone, she understood that the masterpiece had always existed. She needed only to step aside and let it emerge. Hour by hour, the figure revealed itself, not through her striving, but through her surrender. When you release the need to control every detail of manifestation, you open yourself to possibilities beyond your limited imagination. The universe holds wisdom far greater than your conscious mind can conceive. Practice the art of allowing. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and bring to mind a desire you've been struggling to manifest. Feel the tension in your body associated with this desire. The pushing, the striving, the effort to make it happen. Acknowledge these feelings without judgment. Now consciously release this tension, letting it flow out of your body with each breath. Allow your desire to float freely in your awareness without trying to shape or direct it. Feel yourself becoming a clear channel, open to receiving what naturally wants to flow through you. Trust that the universe knows the perfect path to manifestation. Rest in this state of receptive allowing, knowing that what is meant for you will come with ease when you cease to force it. Chapter 24. The Power of Identity Shifting, Becoming the Version of You Who Has It All. In a small tailor shop on the corner of Main Street, Leonard stood before his mirror, watching as a timid businessman tried on a perfectly crafted suit. The transformation was instantaneous. Shoulders squared, chin lifted, eyes bright with newfound assurance. You possess this same power of transformation within you. Just as a suit can reshape one's bearing, your chosen identity shapes the reality you experience. Every moment presents an opportunity to step into a new version of yourself. Leonard noticed a pattern among his customers. Those who embraced their refined reflection began attracting opportunities that matched their elevated presence. A simple change of garments sparked an internal shift, leading to external changes that seemed almost magical. This truth extends far beyond clothing. The identity you hold, your self-image, beliefs, and way of being, acts as a template for your manifestations. When you embody the energy of your desired reality, the universe responds accordingly. Each time Leonard fitted a suit, he witnessed this principle in action. The shy writer who, properly attired, carried himself like an acclaimed author, soon found his work in print. The uncertain entrepreneur who dressed for success began closing deals with unexpected ease. You need not wait for external circumstances to shift before becoming who you wish to be. Like Leonard's customers, you can choose to embody your future self now. This is not pretense. It is energetic alignment with your highest potential. Practice embodying your future self. Sit quietly and envision the version of you who has already achieved your desires. Notice how this future self moves, speaks, and carries themselves through the world. Now stand before a mirror. Observe your current posture and expression. Gradually adjust your bearing to match the energy of your future self. Feel their confidence, their certainty, their peace flowing through your body. Throughout your day, pause periodically and ask, how would my future self approach this moment? Then, act from that elevated awareness. Choose 3 behaviors your future self embodies and integrate them into your daily routine. Let these actions anchor your new identity into physical reality. Remember, you are not becoming someone new. You are allowing your truest self to emerge. Chapter 25. The Secret of Infinite Abundance. In the drought-stricken fields of 1950s Kansas, Earl Matthews surveyed his withering crops with growing despair. Each morning, he counted his dwindling resources, reinforcing the belief that there would never be enough. You, like Earl, may have grown accustomed to viewing life through the lens of limitation. Yet the truth of existence tells a different story. One evening, as Earl fretted over his failing farm, his elderly neighbor Joshua appeared at his fence. Without a word, Joshua picked up a handful of soil and let it sift through his fingers. In this single handful, he said, lies the potential for countless harvests. Nature knows no scarcity. The universe operates on the principle of infinite abundance. Look to the seeds that multiply thousandfold, the clouds that endlessly form and reform, the air that never runs out. Scarcity exists only in the mind that believes in it. Joshua guided Earl to observe how wildflowers thrived without cultivation, how birds found sustenance without storage, how the cycle of life continued without effort. Your fear of lack, Joshua explained, is like building a dam across a river of plenty. When Earl began to see abundance in every direction, in the countless stars above, in the microscopic life teeming in the soil below, his entire relationship with his farm transformed. He stopped hoarding his seeds and planted generously. He ceased rationing water and trusted in the natural flow. His crops responded in kind, growing more abundantly than ever before. Practice the abundance activation. Find a quiet space where you can be undisturbed. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Begin to notice the endless abundance that surrounds you, the unlimited air flowing into your lungs, the countless cells working in harmony within your body. Now place your hands on your chest. Feel the infinite energy of the universe flowing through you. Repeat silently, I am one with the endless abundance of existence. Everything I need flows to me effortlessly. For the next 7 days, carry a small stone in your pocket. Each time you touch it, recognize 3 expressions of abundance in your immediate surroundings. Let this awareness dissolve any thoughts of scarcity. Before sleep, visualize yourself as a channel through which unlimited abundance flows. See yourself expanding to receive more of life's infinite gifts. Chapter 26. The Influence of Collective Energy. Tapping into the universal flow. In a dimly lit Chicago jazz club, Luis Martinez stood before his band, sensing something was missing despite their technical perfection. Each musician played their part flawlessly, yet the music failed to soar. You may recognize this truth in your own life. When energies align, magic happens. When they clash, even perfection falls flat. One night, as Louis watched his musicians arrive, he noticed how their individual moods affected the entire room. The bassist's anxiety created tension. The pianist's joy lifted spirits. The drummer's peace steadied everyone's rhythm. Before we play, Louis said, let's breathe together. In that moment of shared breath, something shifted. As they began to play, their energies merged into a single flowing current. The music transcended mere notes, becoming a force that transformed the entire club. The audience swayed as one, caught in the unified field of harmony. Through this experience, Louis discovered a fundamental truth about energy. It multiplies through resonance. When frequencies align, they create a power greater than the sum of their parts. Your own manifesting ability grows exponentially when you connect with others who share your vibration. Like instruments in harmony, aligned energies create a symphony of creation. Louis found that on nights when the band attuned to each other before playing, impossible things became possible. Strangers became friends, enemies reconciled, and opportunities materialized from nowhere. Practice the harmonic field activation. Begin by finding 3 or more people who share your intention. Sit in a circle, close enough to feel each other's presence. Breathe together for several minutes, allowing your rhythms to naturally synchronize. Place your attention on your heart center, imagining a golden light expanding outward. Now each person silently holds the group's shared intention while maintaining awareness of the collective energy field. Feel how your individual power magnifies through unity. Maintain this connection for at least 5 minutes, noting how the energy builds and strengthens. Use this amplified field to broadcast your shared intention into the universe. Chapter 27. The Ultimate State of Allowing, Surrendering to the Energy Flow. Along the sun-drenched shores of Hawaii, Jack Thompson battled the waves each morning, muscles straining against nature's rhythm. Day after day, he fought to bend the ocean to his will, only to return home exhausted and defeated. You too may recognize this struggle, the exhausting effort of trying to force life to conform to your demands. Like Jack, you might find yourself pushing against the very forces that wish to carry you forward. One dawn, as Jack prepared for another grueling session, an elderly native Hawaiian, approached him. "The wave is not your enemy," the man said softly. "It is your dance partner." These words sparked a transformation in Jack's approach. Instead of fighting the ocean's power, he began to feel its rhythm. Rather than imposing his will, he learned to read the water's movement. His body relaxed, his breathing deepened, and suddenly he found himself moving in perfect harmony with the waves. This mirrors a profound truth about energy and manifestation. When you resist what is, you create friction that blocks the natural flow of abundance. Your struggle against reality depletes the very energy needed for creation. Jack discovered that his greatest rides came not from domination, but from surrender. By releasing control, he accessed a state of effortless mastery. The ocean became his teacher, showing him that power lies not in forcing change, but in aligning with the natural current of life. Practice the wave of surrender. Find a quiet space where you can sit undisturbed. Close your eyes and imagine yourself floating in warm, gentle waters. Feel any tension or resistance in your body. Notice where you're holding tight against life's flow. With each breath, release these points of tension one by one. Now visualize your desired outcome as a wave approaches. Instead of swimming against it, feel yourself merging with its motion. Let go of how and when it should arrive. Breathe deeply as you allow yourself to be carried by this wave of possibility. Notice how releasing control creates space for magic to unfold naturally. Maintain this state of surrender for several minutes, knowing that the universe's flow always leads to your highest good. Chapter 28. Energy and Destiny. Do you create or follow a path? In a dimly lit study filled with leather-bound books, George Matthews pondered the ancient question that had haunted philosophers through the ages. Are our lives predetermined, or do we shape them through choice? You stand now at this same crossroads of understanding, where the mysteries of fate and free will intersect. The truth, as George would discover, lies beyond either-or thinking. One evening, while organizing his extensive collection of philosophical texts, George noticed how the same book could tell different stories depending on which page he opened first. This simple observation led to an extraordinary insight. Reality itself operates like a book with infinite possible chapters. Your life is not a single fixed narrative. It exists as countless potential versions, each vibrating at its own frequency. The version you experience is not chosen for you. It is selected by the energy you emit into the universal field. George began experimenting with this revelation. He observed how his emotional state and beliefs seemed to guide him down specific paths, as if reality itself was responding to his inner frequency. When he maintained thoughts of limitation, life presented obstacles. When he aligned with possibility, new opportunities emerged mysteriously. Think of your life as a vast library where every possible version of your story already exists. You are not merely reading these stories, you are choosing which one manifests through your energetic alignment. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs act as a tuning fork, resonating with the reality that matches their frequency. The universe does not simply unfold around you, it unfolds through you. You are both the author writing the story and the character experiencing it. This seeming paradox contains a powerful truth. While all possibilities exist simultaneously, you determine which one becomes your lived experience. Practice timeline alignment. Sit in peaceful solitude and close your eyes. Breathe deeply as you center yourself in the present moment. Visualize before you a corridor of light, branching into infinite pathways. Each path represents a possible timeline of your life. Feel the energy emanating from each path. Some may feel heavy with struggle, others light with possibility. Let your awareness drift naturally toward the timeline that resonates with your highest good. As you identify this optimal path, step into it fully. Feel its frequency entering every cell of your body. Allow your energy to align completely with this chosen reality. Remain in this state of alignment for several minutes, knowing that you have just activated your highest timeline. Return to this practice whenever you wish to recalibrate your path. Chapter 29. Living as a Conscious Energy Manipulator. In the bustling architectural firm of 1990s Manhattan, Nancy Mitchell spread her blueprints across the drafting table, her practiced hands moving with precision. Yet something felt missing in her designs, a vital essence she couldn't quite grasp. You too may recognize this feeling, the sense that despite technical perfection, your creations lack a certain spark. Like Nancy, you stand at the threshold of understanding that all manifestation begins with energy. One autumn morning, as sunlight streamed through her office window, Nancy watched how the light transformed the space. It wasn't just illumination. It was energy made visible, flowing through the room in patterns that brought life to otherwise static structures. This moment awakened her to a fundamental truth. Every space is a vessel for energy. Your reality functions the same way. It is not merely a collection of physical forms, but a dynamic field of flowing energy that you can consciously direct. Nancy began incorporating energy flow into her designs. She considered how light, air, and human movement would interact with each space. Corridors became channels for vitality, rooms transformed into sanctuaries of balanced energy, and buildings evolved from mere structures into living entities. Just as Nancy learned to direct energy through her architectural designs, you possess the power to architect your reality through conscious energy direction. Every thought, word, and action sends ripples through the universal field. When you move with awareness, these ripples align to create the reality you envision. Practice. Conscious energy direction. Begin each morning by sitting quietly in your chosen space. Feel the energy flowing through your body. This is your creative force, the power that shapes reality. As you move through your day, treat each action as an architectural decision. Whether lifting a cup, speaking to another, or making a choice, direct energy with clear intention. Before any significant action, pause briefly. Feel the energy gathering within you. Direct it with purpose, knowing that each conscious movement shapes the blueprint of your reality. End each day by reviewing your energy signatures. Notice which actions felt aligned and which need refinement. Like an architect reviewing blueprints, adjust your energy direction for greater harmony. This practice transforms mundane actions into powerful acts of creation, each movement a brushstroke on the canvas of reality. Chapter 30. Reality is yours. The final key to ultimate creation. In the gleaming halls of a modern corporate tower, Michael Chen stood at his window, watching the city pulse with life below. His company, once struggling, had transformed into an industry leader, not through conventional strategy but through a profound understanding of energy. You, like Michael, may have built your life believing that success depends on external factors, yet the truth lies deeper. Every achievement, every breakthrough, emerges first as energy before materializing in physical form. Michael discovered this truth during his darkest hour when his business faced collapse. Instead of desperately grasping at solutions, he turned inward. In that moment of stillness, he realized that his empire wasn't built on spreadsheets and market analysis. It was built on the energy he projected into the world. The universe responds not to your actions, but to your energetic signature. When Michael finally claimed his power as a conscious creator, his entire reality shifted. Deals that once seemed impossible manifested effortlessly. Partners who had hesitated now eagerly collaborated. His team's productivity soared, not through added pressure, but through elevated energy. You hold this same power. Every circumstance in your life reflects your energetic output. The moment you fully embrace your role as the architect of your experience, reality bends to match your certainty. Practice the Creator's Declaration. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Stand tall, feet planted firmly on the ground. Place your hand over your heart and speak these words with absolute conviction. I am the conscious creator of my reality. Every circumstance responds to my energy. I claim my power to shape existence itself. What I choose becomes real. What I decree manifests. I am not subject to reality. Reality is subject to me. Feel each word resonating through your being. Let the truth of your creative power fill every cell. Hold this state of absolute knowing for several minutes, allowing your energy to align with this declaration. This is not an affirmation. It is a recognition of what has always been true. You are not hoping or wishing. You are claiming what is rightfully yours. If you enjoyed this audiobook, I created a free ebook version for you. You can download it using the link in the pinned comment. Conclusion. In the depths of ancient wisdom and through countless stories across time, you have uncovered the fundamental truth of existence. You are the wielder of an infinite force. This knowledge, passed down through generations of seekers and sages, now rests in your hands. As you close these pages, understand that this is not an ending, but a beginning. The principles revealed here are not mere concepts to be studied. They are living truths that await your command. Each moment holds fresh potential for creation, each breath an opportunity to direct the cosmic force that flows through you. Your journey thus far has shown you the nature of energy, how it responds to thought, amplifies through emotion, and manifests through unwavering belief. You have learned that reality is not fixed but fluid, not imposed but created. Through the tales of those who came before, from watchmakers to scientists, from artists to entrepreneurs, you have witnessed the universal law in action. Yet knowing is only the first step. True mastery comes through living these principles, through conscious creation in every moment. As you move forward, you will find that circumstances bend more readily to your will. That manifestation becomes more natural, more immediate. This is not magic. It is the natural result of aligning with the cosmic laws that have always governed existence. Remember, you do not need to strain or struggle to direct energy. The force flows most powerfully when you allow it, when you trust in your innate ability to shape reality. Your power does not come from doing, but from being, from maintaining the frequency of your desires with unwavering certainty. The world you see around you now is different from the one you knew before opening these pages. Where others see solid matter, you recognize flowing energy. Where others see fixed circumstances, you perceive infinite possibility. This awareness is your greatest tool. It allows you to operate at the level of cause rather than effect. You're not separate from the universe. You are the universe expressing itself through human form. Every desire you hold is the cosmic force seeking expression through you. Trust in this truth. Let it guide your steps as you continue to expand, to create, to manifest. The power has always been yours. It did not come from these pages. It was merely awakened by them. Now, as you step forward as a conscious creator, know that reality awaits your direction. The force is with you, through you, as you. If you enjoyed this exclusive audiobook, I handpicked this next book which will change your life.